we have, you know, many people who are experiencing life-changing situations because of where they were and where they are today. Cherusha here has told you, you know, in the Nakuru slums, 3, 4, 5 families share a toilet that you have to pay to use a toilet. People, just imagine yourselves in a situation. Umekazwa hapo, you want to use a toilet and you don't have money, you know? And there are people who are asking us, who told you to build houses? Surely, I mean, people, let us be human, you know? We have real situations that call on us to do something about. Cherusha hapa, kabla hatujaongea vile nitakununulia gari. Bado niko na watu wengi pale ulitoka Mukuru, hawajahama. That is my first assignment. Wale wako Mukuru pale hawajakuwa kama wewe, hiyo ndio kazi yangu ya muhimu kwanza. Na sio Mukuru peke yake, you know? Tuko na watu hapa Karagita, tuko na watu Bahati, tuko na watu many parts of Kenya. We have 1,000, I think 100 and something informal settlements in Kenya. 7 million people live in squalor in our country, you know? And the numbers are going down, are not going down, the numbers are going up because more and more people are coming into cities. And we must prepare and we must, you know, work ahead of time to make sure they don't come and join those in informal settlements. They come into organized, livable cities. And so, Cherusha, tuliongea wakati nilikuwa kwako. Wewe umepata kujua tofauti kati ya mahali ulikuwa naishi na mahali unaishi sasa.
Yes.
Sindio? Mimi naamini ya kwamba ungependa wale wanaishi vile ulikuwa unaishi zamani, vile vile wapate nafasi ya kupata nyumba vile wewe ulipata. Ni kweli ama si kweli?
Ni kweli. Hata wamenisumbua saa hii, hata wale walikuwa napinga muradi wakinitusi wanashindanga kwangu. Hata naoshanga nyumba jioni. Juu kila dakika ni odini, ni ukweli wanakuja kuhakikisha. Nafikiri hata ukiangalia kwa TikTok wengi wanakuja kupiga picha na mimi. Juu wengi walikuwa nasema nilinyang'anywa, president alikuwa anatudanganya, mama Cherusha amenyang'anywa vitu. So watu wanakuja kila siku, sasa wamekubali. Sasa wananisumbua, tutajaza namna gani, tutapata nyumba namna gani. So ni ukweli, ninaomba pia na wao wakuje juu wamenisumbua sana.
Okay, so and it is important for me to say this, to contextualize what Cherusha is saying. We have a pipeline of 700,000 housing units. We have the first 2,300 have been given out. Another 11,000 are in the stage of completion. We will be handing out keys. When I come to Nakuru, for example, in the next month or two, the houses in Molo are ready. The houses in Bahati are ready. I will be coming to do groundbreaking for the houses outside here in Karagita, because it is my intention that the people living in the slum here in Karagita must equally benefit from this program the same way Cherusha is benefiting. As I go to Molo in Nakuru here, I will also be launching the construction of 2,700 housing units in Kasarani. And for your information, I have been to Kasarani in Molo. It is, let me just say, it's not a good place, because you have people living in very difficult conditions. And I must thank the leadership of Nakuru, the governor here, the member of parliament. You know, they are also transformational leaders. They have provided leadership. We have got land that we are now going to build those houses. And shortly, we will transform Kasarani, the slum, into a place of dignity. And we will continue to do this, because this is one thing I signed for as president. And I must do it. I must go out of my way to do it. And I'm very happy that there is progress. I am very encouraged by people like Cherusha. You know, they fire my passion, because ukiona mtu ambaye maisha yake imebadilika, it validates the dream of affordable housing in our country. We have 150,000 housing units under construction. Our job will be every month, we will be giving out the houses that are ready. As I have told you, we have 700,000 in the pipeline. And as Alice said, we are continuously looking for pieces of land where we can do more housing units. We are working with counties. Very many county governments are now stepping forward to work with us on this. And as we do all this, it has to be wholesome. Mumesikia Cherusha amesema iko parking. Atakwambia pia hapo kutakuwa na shule, pale kutakuwa na soko, pale kutakuwa na hospitali. Kwa sababu housing is not just 4 walls and a roof. Housing, according to the UN, and I have the UN representative here, when you talk about adequate housing, it comes with many things. It must give dignity, it must be sustainable, it must be livable. And that's why roads are necessary, social infrastructure is necessary, hospitals are necessary, schools and markets. And we will continue to engage with stakeholders so that they can understand why this is necessary. Sindio? Taka soko.
Tunataka soko na hata shule iko karibu kuisha. So that time watoto watakuwa hapo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Moving along, Excellency, what I'm going to do now is, before I move to the conversation about the other impact this program has had on jobs, allow me to ask Lillian to introduce herself quickly. Then I will also give our sister, the corporal, Chief Inspector Judy Nyathira, to also say something. And then I will also ask Maureen Andisa to just introduce themselves, because she's a homeowner. You moved in Nakuru. And Your Excellency, our men and women in uniform, they dedicate their lives to serve this country. And we owe them a duty of care, because majority of them live in very bad conditions. So I'm very happy that we have got Chief Inspector Judy here representing all the men and women in uniform. And we want to say that we have got a lot of police housing, military housing. I think in 2 weeks' time you'll be launching 10,000 houses for the military. We have about 27,000 for the police. So I just want them to just quickly introduce themselves, and then just you can have a conversation with them. So let's start with Lillian. Just a brief introduction about yourself, then with Maureen, and then we will have the Chief Inspector.
God is good.
All the time.
And all the time. Our Excellency President Dr. William Samoei Ruto, and all protocol observers. My name is Lillian Simiyu. I'm a community health promoter attached to Mukuru Health Center. I'm a mother of 3, and I'm a beneficiary of SEPU. SEPU is a slum upgrading program. I'm a homeowner, and Mr. President, we say thank you. Thank you very much for giving us dignity. Asante sana.
Okay. Yes, Maureen.
Bwana asifiwe. Amen. Kwa majina naitwa Maureen Adisa, mimi natoka Soweto, na mimi ni kiongozi pale Soweto, na tuko pale kwa mradi Kwa hivyo mimi niko pale kwa mradi kila siku asubuhi, jioni pia nikitoka lazima nihakikishe nimeangalia hizo nyumba zinajengwa vizuri. So that ningoje ukuje unipatie. Yes.
So yeye ako on the queue, ametuharakisha, amesema hizi za Mukuru zimeenda haraka kuliko zao. So apale Soweto tutamaliza. Chief Inspector Judy.
Your Excellency Sir, Dr. Samoei Ruto, all protocols observed, good afternoon. My name is Chief Inspector Judy Nyathira, a proud owner of the affordable housing in Bondeni within Nakuru. Your Excellency Sir, I want to thank you on behalf of the men and women in police uniform, for not leaving us behind out of this project. The history goes a long way, how the police live, from time immemorial in sharing, using a curtain, and you're sharing a house with your counterpart, no privacy, and a lot of issues going in there. From there, we were given again permission not to live in police lines and to go and rent houses outside. Your Excellency, that was a good step. But again, this is the greatest, where you're renting to own your own home. I'm proud that I've been in my home for more than a year, where I'm assured of my safety. In case I'm going to work outside, I know my family is okay. Social amenities, they're perfect. Water running all through, the lighting system, enough space, a place for children to play, and they can feel the comfort and they can feel living like any other civilian out there. So I must appreciate that it is a good step. All civil servants should go for it because it is changing lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Your Excellency, maybe you can just have a quick word.
You know, I have no words. You know, listening to my sister here, Lillian, you know, as a CHP, a community health promoter, you know, the dedicated service that community health promoters do around Kenya, and that she is, through the process, she's now a homeowner with her children, is dignifying. It is a moment of pride, not just for her, but for us as a nation, that we can look after the people who not necessarily would have a chance to own a home. She now has a chance because of affordable housing. And in her space now, Lillian, where are your kids school going? Are you?
They are still at Mukuru. They're schooling at Mukuru. Yes.
So you want us to complete the school soon?
Kindly, like the school thing should be a priority, because I've noticed that watu wengi hata hawajaingia because of the school. Because unaona hiyo kucommute within Ruben to Mukuru, it's a bit far, and it's expensive also for us. So if you can do a school for us, Your Excellency, we'll be very proud.
Very good.
And
how far are we with the school, Charles?
The one we agreed, the ECD, which we will use as the primary school, you had directed us that in 1 month time it be completed, and it is being completed.
Very good.
So in 1 month time they should
So Lillian, just bear with me a few more weeks, and then your kids will be safe in your neighborhood.
I'll be very, very happy. And
Thank
also the market, sir.
There are people who have a problem with me putting up a market. Can you please make a case for me to put up the market?
Me, I will. Because we have seen the containers, they are already there, but now their location and stuff hatujaona bado, Mr. President. And the market is very, very far. Yes.
So you need the market within the development.
Everything, all the amenities.
Very good.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Listening to Maureen, you know, we are developing the first 4,000 units in Soweto. We have, I think, a total of 25,000 units that will be built in that space.
Correct.
And we have done, the 4,000 units hopefully will be ready, and I've given instructions to my team, Alice here and Hinga, that by January we should be able to give out the first 4,000 units.
Yes, you've got it.
And then the other units are following. So huyu mama umesikia amesema anachungulia kila wakati akipita hapo, nataka kuangalia hii nyumba itaisha lini, kwa sababu anangojea.
Yes.
Sasa vile niliwaeleza, sitaki Maureen angoje sana. Ndio amekuja hapa nafikiri kuniambia niharakishe mambo.
Yes.
So Maureen, nilikuwa hapo juzi hapo Soweto. I think like 3 weeks ago I was in Soweto. And nataka uwaeleze wale watu wa Soweto, mimi nawaheshimu sana. Wakati niliona yani watu wa Soweto wanaishi pale, wanakuja wenyewe kusema wacha niandike jina yangu, mimi niko tayari kuondoka mahali ninaishi hapa, nyumba ikiwa tayari mimi nitarudi. You know, that kind of cooperation that citizens themselves are saying, I am ready to live where I am staying, to go and live elsewhere. And I want my name recorded so that when the houses are complete, I come back and live in a decent house. Waambie wale watu wa Soweto, Mungu atawabariki sana, kwa sababu ya kukubaliana na sisi, kusema ya kwamba mahali wanaishi wako tayari kuhama, tuwajengee nyumba mzuri, nyumba ile iko na dignity, wawache kuishi mahali ambapo hakuna barabara, hakuna maji, hakuna stima, hakuna choo, hakuna mambo yote ambayo mnahitaji. So ukirudi tafadhali utawaambia nimewapigia salute. Utafanya hivyo Maureen? Yes. Alafu naona uko na maneno na mimi.
Niko na maneno na wewe, nataka tu appreciate kwa hii mradi yenye umeleta. Sisi yetu itakuwa tofauti kwa sababu pale sisi tuko na shule, sisi tuko na market, sisi tuko na place ya kupumzika ukifikiria mafikirio yako ya maisha. Yani we just can't wait to be in that estate. So mi wanga niko very eager kabisa. Though kuna watu wanaweza kuwa wanaongea mambo mingi ati utapata nyumba, lakini us we believe that we are the owners na tunataka ku embrace kabisa hii mradi. And that's why tukikuja last time after 3 weeks kila mtu alikuwa anataka, kwa sababu anaona mradi nyumba inasonga, and everybody wants to be an owner of the house in Nairobi. So furaha yetu ni tutoke kwa hiyo mabanda zetu, kwa sababu kama hata sasa niko hapa lakini niko na wasiwasi because lately tumekuwa na breakages za moto. So sasa hata nafikiria naweza rudi tena nipate kanyumba kangu kamechomeka. So afadhali tutoke kwa hiyo situation ya life yenye tumekuwa tuishi kwa dignity houses. So kama hii ni dream yako ulikuwa nao kutoka ukue kijana, His Excellency, endelea bila break.
Sana. And you know, I think the passion that everybody, you know, owning a home is the ultimate passion of any citizen. You know, that you have a place that you call yours, you know. And on to what Judy, and I apologize Judy, because my peers here have said corporal. Corporal is you are a very senior person. But titles aside, I was very proud when I came to Bondeni, and you welcomed us to your home with your family, and it was a very proud moment. And not just Judy, you know, our men in uniform, men and women in uniform, for decades lived in conditions that do not befit the kind of sacrifice they make for us. They keep our families safe, they keep our country safe, they go out of their way to make sure that there is law and order in our country, and yet we don't reciprocate. It is the reason why we are implementing several programs targeting our men in uniform, men and women in uniform, improving their terms and conditions of service, which we are on course, making sure that we assist them with modernization of their equipment, which we are on course. We have already spent about 9 billion shillings in that process. And of course, making sure that they are part of our housing program. And as PS has said, we have rolled out specific housing targeting our uniformed officers. 27,000 houses are being built for the police, 10,000 houses are being built for the prisons, 20,000 housing units. I'll be launching 10,000 next week for the military. And we are looking at making sure that our men and women in uniform have a place to call home. And Judy here is one such example. And maybe just so that I put it in my own perspective, Judy, as you look at your colleagues, is there anything that you think we can do better now that you have a 1-year experience in living in your own home? Do you think there are areas of improvement that you can suggest to me?
Your Excellency, most of my colleagues are willing to acquire these houses. But one problem, maybe the challenge they have, is financial support. Maybe if they could be given an opportunity, because they are overcommitted their payslip, maybe they could be given a facility where they are given, which is flexible, they are loaned some amount so that they can be able to acquire the houses. The financial aspects are.
So you're talking about the mortgage?
Yes.
And we have, can you talk about the mortgage, Hinga, speaking to what Judy has said?
So, Your Excellency, a couple of things. What makes the issue of affordability a few things. One is the cost of land. There is a study by the Center for Affordable Housing in Africa that shows Nairobi has the most expensive land in the continent of Africa. But also, Your Excellency, in our country, we also have a lot of inequalities in terms of earning. A majority of Kenyans earn very little. So you have a situation where the cost of land is very high, and you have got very low income. And that leads to the proliferation of slums. Now, to address that, you have got to look at what you call the demand side of housing and supply side. Now, allow me to start with the supply, which is you have got to do something on the cost of land, and that is why, Your Excellency, through your leadership, we have zero-rated the cost of land. Land is a big barrier to ownership. So when you start a conversation by saying that you will not pay for the land, it's a big stride into one's